Yo, what is going on, guys, and welcome to what is the finale of this first season of this Atletico Madrid career mode series. Episode 31. I scarce to believe how far we've come in this season, but it is the final game and it is the big one, the biggest club competition I was going to say in the world, but it's not, it's in Europe. But let's be honest, it is the biggest club competition in the world. It is the UEFA Champions League final between ourselves, Atletico Madrid, and the fake Juventus, so it kind of like diminishes it a bit, slightly. But anyway, let's attend this press conference before we get into this game. You're about to face fake Juventus. We worked hard to get here. There is a good chance we'll win. We can do even better. Saying all the right things. Obviously, I'm not too focused about the interviews. It's not really my thing. It's nice to hear like a English woman's voice giving the questions, because it's a global thing. Obviously, we've had it once, and that was when we went away to Spurs. But anyway, look at that crappy kit. I don't know what to say in that situation. I am actually going to be starting Kingsley Coman on the bench instead, and having Leon Bailey start, because not only do I think that it's an ideal opportunity to try and get him an assist, but I just think ever since Leon's come in, he's been, I think, better than Kingsley Coman. Yes, Kingsley now is 87 rated on the game, which is fantastic, but we're not really too focused on that in a sense. What we are focused on is trying to put out the best possible lineup to win this game. And I think right now it's this. Next season it could look totally different. Who knows? That's if I stay, that is. But anyway, let's see what happens now. Okay, no music because it's copyrighted. We are getting into the Champions League final here at the Atatürk Stadium in Istanbul, obviously famous for the 2005 final between Liverpool and AC Milan. Can we write our own history in this game? Morata's going to not give up on that. He's given up on it. I have to remember, even though it's fake Juventus, it still is technically Juventus. They've still got Ronaldo, they've still got Dybala, they've got Lacazette. Wow. That's some firepower, serious firepower. Don't rush it, Naby. Jesus, why slide there? I know you won the ball, so fair play, but... if they can get a ball into Ronaldo, it's going to be incredibly tough.
On the ball, Morata. Whenever he gets on the ball, cue the boos and the whistles.
Oh yeah, Morata, ex Juve.
Intelligent threaded pass here.
Oh. Trippier with the ball in. Felipe, it's not a good enough header, as expected.
That's the kind of player you want from your defender. And it's a quality.
Morata! Oh, he's missed! Where did that go? I thought that was going top corner. Oh, it just didn't come inwards enough. The first proper chance of this Champions League final, and it is to us, which is nice, but we need to take chances like that.
Cristiano Ronaldo. He's given the ball away unnecessarily.
Good ball.
Well, the counter chance looks very real. They've given it away.
They are very, not, I wouldn't say very defensive, but they are defense-minded, where I think they play 5 at the back with like 2 CDMs, so it kind of is like, defensive, isn't it? Oh my god. Nearly had a Karras moment there. Oh. No. She says, I'm gifting them chances right now. That is a poor, poor, poor defensive clearance. We are not the tallest of teams, granted. Oh, when you've got Ronaldo chasing down. It is master versus apprentice. First goal of the Champions League final of 2020 goes to the ex-Juventus striker, I should say, and that is Alvaro Morata. João Felix breaks through, good save by Szczesny, but it goes straight to the feet of Morata. All he has to do is tap it in. First blood to the Spaniards. I am petrified of Ronaldo and Dybala. I was going to make like a crafty comment saying, nah, he's past it, he's old. It's Ronaldo.
That's the most important thing. Your assessment so far?
Well, Atleti will be happy if it stays like this. Still some work to do in the second half though, with the clock ticking down before their half-time cup of tea.
Wonderful chance.
Oh, how did that not go in?
Stop back in play.
Oh, Keita. Oh, I was going to try past Morata, but he was offside.
And the counter looks on here. Options available.
Look at that passing.
The electronic board.
Ronaldo's free at the back post.
Additional minutes here.
Is that Semedo?
And that's an important intervention. And fed forwards into the advanced position.
Bang! No! What a save by Szczesny! I can't believe that! Wow! Wow, 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 wow. I'm actually going to do something rather interesting for this last game. Sal is going to come off, Koke's going to go into the holding role, and I'm going to bring on Van der Beek. Also, I'm actually going to bring on Hermoso for Felipe. That's an interesting one, but I think Hermoso deserves to play in this Champions League final because midweek games he's the master of.
In this battle for Champions League glory. Dybala, Lacazette.
That's brilliant.
João Felix. Bailey. Can he make it count?
Sandro read it. All the best fullbacks just seem to read João Felix. I tried to do the opposite. I was going to just shoot. Damn it. That's brilliant from the Naby. Dink it. He's going to roll out to the centre mid. Yes. I just couldn't swap to my ideal player there. Surely that's gone. Yes. Yes. Is that Matuidi coming on for Rabiot? Why was Matuidi not playing from the start? Look, holding on to my shirt then. Did you see that, dirty bastards? Ah, no! Too big a touch.
Not a good pass. A chance to whip it in.
Trying to get past Chiellini and De Ligt is tough.
Now Lacazette.
Offside.
Able to set up the chance.
Damn it. I'm going to claim it.
Paulo Dybala's ready here. Just unable to get his cross beyond the first defender.
And the big ones.
Van der Beek. Can they do something positive on the counter-attack?
Oh no! This is a bloody tough fullbacks and centre backs again, like Barcelona's. I will say Barcelona's is tougher. Saz, I didn't touch it. Dybala off. Ooh.
And on the ball, Gaia. Making excellent progress with the ball at his feet. It's there for him. And a goal it is. Such a big moment for
I'm not even going to celebrate.
Madrid. Well,
Okay, I'm going to celebrate because Leon Bailey has 10 assists for the season and João Felix is on 47. He's not going to get a hat-trick from, well, 3 goals from now until the end. I'd like him to try and get one more because I like 48 as a number. I don't know why. It's just a nice looking number. But 47 is like, pff, okay.
he's got space. An attack full of promise.
Naby! Oh, he's giving it to Bailey. That was so unselfish, but maybe Bailey was not in the right position and to take the shot on. But that was a surprise. That was like, it's all very nice, but Juve are keeping a hold of the ball nice. But what are they doing with it? Okay, that's nice.
And very deftly cut out. Koke! The goals keep going in for them. I don't think
We won the Champions League final. Oh my god! Oh my god!
Well, here it is again, Derek. And when the ball
I don't believe it. That's incredible.
struggled to stop the crosses. They did on that occasion, and in the end, it's poor defending, but the ball's ended up in the back of the net.
Well, if there were any lingering doubts about the outcome, surely they now have been removed. An important interception.
Naby probably deserves man of the match in this game.
Morata. Here's Keita. Firing it in.
Oh, I just couldn't catch it on the rebound.
Oh, he's got no right to
3 minutes to go plus added time. Job done. I can have a big stretch because my body's aching.
Pjanic now. Just a couple of
What
minutes
is
left
that?
to play.
Near perfect season. Near perfect.
We've had the official word. There will be a minimum of 2 added minutes. Happy to take on the
Bloody save that was.
magnificent
Well, bloody good save I should say, not bloody save.
thinks he scored. The goalkeeper doesn't.
Morata with a header. Morata with a goal! Trippier with an assist from a corner. And that's 2 games in a row. I believe Morata scored with a head.
Oh, quite a lot of the time you need good
Look at this.
to get away from your marker, but you also need brilliant
Oh, it went through the legs of, I think, Jimenez.
It's a massive lead. Very hard to imagine them losing it now. And the final whistle.
Just enjoy the scenes. Just enjoy the scenes. We have done
Celebrating
what many people would have called impossible.
memories are being made.
We have won
how much money you've got in the bank.
the Champions League, the League and Copa del Rey in the season, and also the Super Copa. But I also don't think the Super Copa counts as a proper trophy on this game, because it's like a newly formed thing. We've battered Juventus.
I'm not sure they're going to be well rested.
Oh, look at that trophy! I don't think Atletico will win it in real life because they have to first get past Liverpool this month. What? First leg is this month. What a season Koke has had. Special mention has to go to him.
A trophy lift to top them all for Atletico Madrid.
Champions League winners.
Champions League.
Forgive me if I'm not hyped, I'm bloody delighted. Oh, we were literally like 10 minutes away from a perfect season.
Drink it in.
João Felix was a hat-trick away from 50, but 47 goals in a season when he's still very young is incredible. And you got to think, for the first half of the season he was like 80 to 85 rated. It's just incredible. I wish his acceleration was a bit more, because it's nice being able to train sprint speed, but acceleration you can't teach. Hopefully it goes up over time though. I don't know if that's something that naturally goes up.
Ice on the pitch.
Wow.
Well, you never know when these moments are going to come along, Derek, in your career. Absolutely.
Let's take it all in. 31 episodes come down to this. Atletico Madrid, UEFA Champions League champions. It kind of looks weird actually, just think about it. Champions League champions. Champions. What a game that was as well. But anyway, we are done for the season. We are done. I have been contemplating how I want to end this series. Obviously we're going to go through the final squad report. I don't know if it should end with me being offered another job, or I just end it. I don't know. I actually don't know.
Just grab a minute of your time for a few questions.
Sure. We're a great team. Simple as that. Deserves all the praise. Yes, I did take him off in the Champions League final, but oh well.
That's it. Thanks very much.
Thank you for an incredible season. Not that woman, but I mean like Atletico. Okay, so contract's expiring. I don't care about that. We'll do our final training of this season. It doesn't change anything. I can't wait for João Felix to be 90 rated though. How incredible will that be? But what we're going to do to end this season is we're not going to look at like top goals, because you can see it there, top assists, you can see it there. But what we are going to do is have a quick talk about each individual player and why they have been truly special this season. I'm just going to close my door while I do this, because this might take a few minutes. So obviously we're going to start with Jan Oblak in goal. We're going to go down the list. I think that's only fair. It's a nice ordered way to do it. So anyway, let's talk about Jan Oblak. What can I say? He's the best keeper in the world. Like, a lot of people in real life would probably say Alisson is the best keeper in the world, and probably current form you'd say yes. Obviously you got Team of the Year in Ultimate Team, so you'd probably say Alisson, Oblak, and maybe ter Stegen as the best keepers in the world right now, which I think would be fair. I don't think Ederson's in that conversation. Don't think De Gea is at this moment in time. Neuer's, I would say, a bit past it. Keylor Navas, special mention to him. Courtois, got others as well. Obviously I'm not going to say everyone, but for me, Jan Oblak, well, in this game, 92 rated, best keeper in the world. He's made some mistakes, I will say that, but every keeper's entitled to make a few mistakes. But what I will say about Jan Oblak is he makes far more many saves when he makes errors. And for that reason, obviously, he's our first choice goalkeeper, obviously, for being 92 rated. Then we go on to Adam. Realistically, I only gave him a less than a handful of appearances, because how do you take Oblak out your side? You just don't. Yeah, you just don't. So that's why, I guess. Oh, yeah. Tiring day. Recording all these in bulk, so it's ready for the weekend. Obviously it's Monday when you're watching this, guys. Yeah, there's not much I can say. He's a good keeper, 81 rated. For a backup keeper, that's what you want. You just want someone that's at least 80 rated, just so they can play their part when called upon. But yeah, not much to do that. Anyway, let's get on to Gaia. Brought him in from Valencia. How much was he? Does it say? No, it doesn't. He doesn't like his contract, weirdly. That might be something I can look into, like looking at players' contracts. But anyway, 34 games, 1 goal, 3 assists. Played his part in every competition. He played 1 game in the Champions League, 1 game in Super Copa, and 1 game in Copa de España or Copa del Rey. He's been solid, honestly. I think he made a mistake in his first game. But ever since, he's just rectified that. Every time, like, I've asked my fullbacks to do something this season. They've done it. Early on, I was trying to get used to them because when you're consistent playing with the likes of Liverpool, where they've got Trent and Robertson who just keep on bombing forward and they like to get forward, it was tough to get used to the likes of Trippier, Vasalico, Rodriguez and Gaia. But I definitely have got used to how they play, like what sort of things they're good at, what they're not good at. And Guy's had a solid season. 1 goal, 3 assists is just testament to how good he has actually been. 37 games, so realistically he's played practically every league game except for when we've had a few midweek fixtures, which is fair enough, and played a few games in other competitions. But anyway, let's talk about a player that I've already mentioned as part of like why I was talking about Guy. Ricardo Rodriguez, stats wise, let's have like Gaia wise, look at that for physical stats, and then you look at Rodriguez, you think he's bang average at best. There isn't actually too much between Gaia and Rodriguez realistically. Bit more pace from, well, quite a bit more pace from Gaia, but you just don't really see that from fullbacks. But what I will say about Ricardo Rodriguez is, obviously, looking at stats wise, he's actually done slightly better than Gaia stats wise, despite playing about, well, just over like half the games. So that's just testament to how he's done, but he's been fantastic. Obviously, I'm not going to talk too much in detail. You guys have seen the full season. I haven't cut anything out, like gameplay wise. You've seen every single game, every minute, so you guys can let me know what you thought of all these players. Then we get on to Felipe. Honestly, one of the biggest surprises of the season. I didn't think he was actually going to be as good as he turned out to be. Whenever I see a player that, let's say I joined a club like I did with Atletico, and see like a centre-back that was 30 years old, and I thought, ugh, he's high rated, but why is he high rated? Acceleration wise, 60 is harsh. He feels better than that. But yeah, just overall another fantastic player that's really shocked me. But one player at centre-back who was a player that I just knew was going to be good was Jimenez, 25 years old, so he's still got his best years ahead of him. Playing 40 games this season, and for all those 40 games, reliable really. When you go through a whole season unbeaten, you can't say a bad word against your defence. You just can't. We've conceded a few goals this season, but not as many as it would have been, I don't know, if we didn't have this back four. So Jimenez gets a good shout. Hermoso, like Felipe, just a huge surprise, and he is definitely one for the future. I know he's 24, so he could go straight into it now. Next season, I've already said this, wherever I am, he is coming and being my starting centre-back. He's just incredible. He's got actually fantastic pace. Oh, no, wrong one. 75 acceleration. I think he's got 85 sprint speed. That's mental. Strength has gone up no end. Is that 82? I think it's 82, so it's gone up 3. But yeah, he's just been incredible, and I hold Hermoso. I've never used him before in FIFA, I will say that. He's truly surprised me for just being excellent. And another huge surprise, as well as Felipe and Hermoso, is this guy, Kieran Trippier. I've never been a fan of Trippier, but I will say he has definitely earned the right to be my starting right back. Actually, stats wise, he's got 6 assists, no goals this season. I thought he might get 1 free kick, but it doesn't really matter. 88 stamina has very much helped, because I swear he was like 80 stamina on the last FIFA, so they've massively up there, and that has given him a good edge. Again, like Ricardo Rodriguez, bang average speed and like stats like that. But he's got some very good attributes of it, and he's just not afraid to get into a challenge. And he got a few assists from corners, like we've seen in the last couple of episodes, including the final of Champions League, a assist from a corner. He's been amazing. Because at the start of the season, I wasn't sure who was going to be my starting right back, either for Salico or Trippier. They've got kind of equal stats. Yeah. Oh, probably. Oh, excuse me, I should say. But I just went with Trippier, and he's turned out to be good. But for Salico, every game is coming, like Ricardo Rodriguez when he comes in for Champions League game mid-game fixtures, midweek fixtures, I should say. He's been incredible. So massive respect to Salico. Marcos Llorente, he's Spurs bound. Am I disappointed with that? Probably not, because even though he's been very good for me this season when called upon, especially at centre back, I'd probably say out of those 19 games he's played 15 of them at centre back. He's been very good. How tall is he? He's 6 foot, so he's the same height as Hermoso, and he's been his centre back partner. He's done brilliant. Played throughout the knockout stages of the Champions League at centre back, and he's just been brilliant. Brilliant. 1 goal, 1 assist in Champions League, obviously 2 assists overall. I wish him the best of luck at Spurs. Even though, like, this is a player in a video game right now, I wish him all the best. He leaves not only the Spanish champion, but also European champion, so fair play to him. So we get on to Felipe Anderson. Obviously there was a bit of controversy at the start because I only wanted to pay a certain amount and West Ham wanted a lot more than that. We kind of settled on a fee, which again I'm still not exactly happy about. But if I'd known that he'd score 16 goals and 12 assists, get 12 assists in 46 games, I'd like, yeah. Okay, I was just getting a bit of a drink there because my mouth was getting dry from all this talking. First half of the season he was untouchable. He was just untouchable. Second half season he's fizzled out a bit, but I will say that's down to me just bringing him on mainly as a sub. Even if like Coman's knackered or João Felix is knackered, most of the time I'll stick with João Felix on the right, and then I'll probably just bring in Bailey on the left hand side. So I am sorry to Felipe, but still those stats don't really lie. He's been incredible. Kingsley Coman, obviously another summer acquisition. 23 years old now. He's gone up to 87 rated. Still very young. He's very good. Probably the only downside to Kingsley's game is the fact he's medium. I like a player to have high attacking work rate so they can just get him behind. He sometimes just doesn't make a run and it's infuriating, but he's got a very good goal scoring record. Like, it's better than 1 every 2. What's that? 38 goals contributed in 44 games. Can't go wrong with that. He's had a very, very good season. I wouldn't say it's been a brilliant season because I think his standard of goal is mainly like rebounds, low crosses into him, and he just finished it into like an open net or close by. But I'm not going to take that away from it. He's been good. He's been good, but I wouldn't say I don't think he's been great. I think he could do better next season. Then we get onto the central midfielders. So changed his role a bit. He started off as just a central mid alongside Koke, with Thomas Partey as the CDM. Then I decided a few months into the season I wanted to try him out at CDM, bring Thomas Partey out, bring in Naby. Turned out to be a blessing. He's been brilliant. 4 goals, 5 assists. Obviously isn't great because he's playing a system where it's stay back while attacking, so he don't get forward. He lets the other 2 around him get forward. So that's the thing. But he's got the attributes that I looked for to actually do well. So he's got 81 defending, which is just incredible. He's got 80 passing, 82 shooting, 81 physical as well. So, and 83 dribbling and 73 pace. So he's got all the attributes to be a top quality CDM. And look at those. He's gone up in every mental and physical stat. What more can I say? Sal's been brilliant, but equally as brilliant is this guy. I'm a huge Naby Keita fan, a huge fan, and you're probably thinking when I move Sal into CDM, why didn't I put Naby there? Because it says centre mid and CDM is his position. No, Naby is a brilliant box-to-box playmaker, and in this last month or 2 months of the season, he has been the best player. In the Champions League final, I thought he was the best player, winning tackles, passing, everything you want, and obviously he's added 2 goals this season. He's unlucky to miss out on the double-double, as I like to call it, but 8 goals, 10 assists. Honestly, fair fucking play, Naby. I want to see what his attributes look like now. So his reactions have gone up 4, agility has gone up 3, balance has gone up 3, stamina has gone up 1. I might train up Naby next season, because I did have a choice between him and Donny van der Beek, and I chose Donny because he's a couple of years younger. But I might actually look into improving Naby and trying to get his overall up next season. Speaking of Donny, we'll go on to him next. He's had an incredible season, but especially in the Champions League, because if you look at his league stats, 2 goals in 24 isn't good enough. It isn't good enough, but Champions League, he's been our man, scoring against PSG multiple occasions, because we played him both in the group stage and the knockout phase. It's incredible. 11 goals, 16 assists in a new country. Are you joking? But like, him and Naby have been very like fine-tuned together. Stats wise, you look at it and think, right, Donny's played 4 less games but yet scored 3 more goals and got 6 more assists. They have been playing like similar roles, but at the same time been playing very differently. But yeah, Donny just in Champions League games, without that it would be a lot more closer. 100%. Then we get on to Thomas Partey. It's a shame to take him out of the starting lineup, and you're probably thinking why. He's an 84 rated CDM or centre mid. Brilliant stamina, brilliant strength, brilliant like reactions. He's like a brilliant CDM. But the way I thought about it was like, I wanted to see Naby play a lot more than I wanted to see Thomas Partey play. But also it gave me the opportunity to play Thomas Partey, a solid CDM in Europe, playing those midweek fixtures, and it turned out to be a perfect choice. 5 assists, 1 goal. Everyone knows what that 1 goal is. The win in the last minute against Barcelona in the home league game against them. It's a shame he didn't do that in the second game we played against them away, but I don't think he played, so don't worry about that. But yeah, solid campaign for Thomas Partey. Next one is our captain, Mr. Koke. Talking about surprises, is it a surprise? Yeah, it is, and I'll tell you why it's a surprise. A lot of people wouldn't be surprised, but Koke has had a brilliant season. Yes, I see you nodding, mate. I see that. I just looked at your face. You're nodding a bit. Look, he's going all shy. But no, what Koke has done, just looking at his stats, yeah, that's a surprise. 29 assists, 14 goals. So what's that? 43 goals contributed in 52 games. He's been our captain in every final, and he lifted all the trophies that we've won. True captain, that is true captain. It's unbelievable. And like, obviously it's nice to having him with 92 stamina, but he's not the quickest. I don't even think his shooting's that good, actually. Let's look at that. His shooting is 75. His shooting's not even that good. 72 finishing, and he scored what, 14 goals this season? 29? Oh, that's incredible. What a player, what a player. Then we get on to Leon Bailey. Obviously he was brought in a January transfer window, and it was a risk, especially because we had Kingsley Coman, we had Felipe Anderson, and we had Thomas Lemar, who actually, I need to, you know what, let's talk about Lemar quickly. He's a player I like, Thomas Lemar, but I just could not give him game time. When he played, he was good. He was good, but I still couldn't justify starting him ahead of Coman or Felipe Anderson. So if I was going to play someone ahead of those two, it had to be someone I brought in that I had faith in. This is that guy. Again, he's a medium, isn't he? Yeah, medium. So he's very much like Coman in that sense. But my God, did he hit the ground running? He's played 22 games. It says 24 because he played 2 games in the Champions League for Bayern Leverkusen before he joined. Bayern Leverkusen, not Bayern. Look, Copa de España, 6 goals, 4 assists in 4 games. Incredible. Champions League, 6 games, 2 goals, 2 assists. It's okay. And in the league, very good. 14 goals, 10 assists in 22 games. So 24 goals contributed in 22 games. So what more can you ask? 22 years old, so he's going to be a star. You might notice that we were training up Coman this year. Leon Bailey is going to get trained up next year. So like Naby is instead of Donny, then obviously Leon Bailey is going to be trained up. But yeah, brilliant from Bailey. I'm looking forward to seeing a full season with him next time out. I'm going to leave João Felix just for now because obviously he's centre forward, but I'm going to leave him just for now. Let's have a quick look at Rodrigo. Brought in as a replacement and like part exchange deal for Diego Costa. Do I regret it looking at the stats? Absolutely bloody not. 18 goals, 17 assists in 49 games. Oh, 12 goals, 12 assists in 30 games isn't bad in a league. You probably think, oh, he should be maybe pushing towards maybe like 20 goals-ish in the league. Yeah, I can see it, but sometimes he's infuriated me. I was speaking about this like the only couple of games ago, I think, how it's either you love him or you hate him, but you love to hate him sometimes. You want him to do more because you know he's capable of more, and when he does something like magic, you're like, fair play, fair fucking play. Will he be here next season? I don't know. I personally don't know. If I'm here next season, then I don't know what his future holds. If I leave, he's staying here. He's staying here. I won't be bringing him to a new club with me. Let's put it that way. Okay, and the last one is Alvaro Morata. Well, last one before we get to João Felix. First half of the season, I was thinking, do I keep him? January transfer window's coming up. I could just buy a new striker, hit the ground running. Yeah. Best decision I've ever made was keeping this guy, and he's only still on loan. So if I decide to stay, he's coming back. He's got to, surely. It would take an unbelievable deal for another striker to stop me from getting Alvaro Morata back at Atletico Madrid. 25 league goals, 35 in all competitions, 22 assists. So that's what? 57 goals contributed in 53 games. Sign of a true world-class striker. Let's have a look at his stats, actually. I'm intrigued. Not the paciest ever. What's that? 82 pace, something like that? What's his finishing up to? It's 83 finishing. It hasn't changed all season. Fair play. Because what I like about him is 6'2", but he also feels very agile for a 6'2" player. What's actually his agility looking like? Oh. Only 72, but he can turn very quick, so that's interesting. But anyway, let's get on to the player of the season. Let the stats show you the way. 33 league goals in 38 league games with 16 assists. Champions League, 13 games, so he played every Champions League game and every league game. From 80 rated to 89. Jesus. So let's have a look at these. From 86 sprint speed to 96. From 83 agility to 89. From 79 finishing to 92. He went up 13 finishing. My guy. My guy. I don't know what to say, honestly. You know what, guys? I think that's the best way to wrap things up. I do know a lot of people don't like their contracts right now, but I might have to sort through that. That's if I stay. But anyway, that's going to wrap up today's episode and indeed the first season of this Atletico Madrid career mode series. If you have enjoyed, be sure to smash that like button. Let me know what you want me to do. Do you want me to stay or do you want me to find a new challenge? Because we have won everything here in Spain, so it would be hard to do better. The only thing I can do better is win every game. Actually, that's a good thing to end on. Let's have a look at the season stats. 59 games, 58 wins, 1 draw, 201 goals, and only 30 conceded. So I don't even want to do the maths there. That's like going on towards 4 goals a game and conceding 1 every 2. Wow. Biggest win of the season, 7-0 against Osasuna in December. Interesting. Oh, our objectives was to reach the semi-final of the Domestic Cup and reach the final of the Continental Cup. Well, we did both. We exceeded them. We won both. Manager of the Month award, 0. Bloody hell. No Manager of the Year award. I don't know how. So the fee paid for Felipe Anderson was 37.5 mil. It's expensive. It is expensive, but it's worth it. Obviously, Savic left as well. But anyway, guys, like I said, that's going to wrap things up. Let me know who you want me to be next season, because I'll look out for them job offers wise. But until next time, guys. Goodbye.